success in business is usually measured as successful after 5 years. Well, what about after 50 years? I'm pleased to introduce Rudi Mogl from Terra Natural Foods, and you're celebrating, have I got this right, 50 years?
50 years of Terra Natural Foods.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
And you're located?
81 Princess Street, just downtown Kingston.
Right downtown Kingston, and it's like a step back in time. It has such a nice feeling in that store.
Yeah,
you know, the floors and it just has such a nice feeling. It isn't shiny and bright lights. It's just comfortable.
We keep it natural.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Wooden
Natural.
floors, you know, natural lighting. We've actually skylights, which saves on energy. Natural light. And we don't keep changing things constantly. It sort of ages gracefully.
Well, it does, and I always know exactly where to go to get everything, because it isn't. You're right. Things don't change, and then the fruit and the vegetables out front, like the old-fashioned way they used to do
just
things.
Add something to the street, and it tells people if they're across the street, oh, there's food over there.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So for people who maybe don't go downtown so often, it is worth the trip just to visit Terra Natural Foods. But tell me what kind of, what do you carry in your store?
We're a full grocery store with natural foods, right? So we have everything from dried fruits, nuts, spices, grains, flowers, seeds. We also have vegetables, fruits and vegetables. We have dairy, refrigerated, frozen. We have cheese. We have organic meats, organic fish, local from Church and Bay. We have ice cream, Limestone Creamery ice cream when they have it, local ice cream. We have their milk. We do as much local produce as we can get. We have a lot of local farmers that come and supply us with products. You've
probably seen things evolve a lot in the time, and you've been involved for almost 40 years.
Since I started working at the store in '85, and I bought it in '87.
So even that far, almost 40 years ago, things have changed. It seems that a natural food store 40, 50 years ago, it was kind of where hippies went.
Yes.
That was the thinking.
Totally, yeah.
And now, how has that evolved over the years since you've been involved?
That there's a lot more products available now. We're trying to make it a one-stop shopping. It's not good if you just sell dried fruit and nuts. You're going to be busy for a few months of the year, but that's not good enough. We carry everything people might want in their life, including body care products.
Oh, that's right, soap and shampoo and things like that. Yeah. It seems like the sort of place that isn't just someone who's kind of a back to the earth kind of person, but someone with allergies and sensitivities to certain, say, chemicals or processing of food. This would be a good place for them to go.
Many vitamins, minerals, herbs that we sell in bulk.
Right. What's your biggest seller?
I think it's rolled oats.
Rolled oats.
In terms of, I don't know, in kilograms or in dollars, we sell a lot of rolled oats, which means people have a good, healthy diet.
They start the morning anyway with rolled oats.
We just keep selling a lot of rolled oats.
I probably wouldn't have thought that.
No, nobody would think so. Maybe because of the turnover, they're fresh. Sometimes if you buy oats, they could be a bit older. We get them every week. They're fresh, and we sell a lot of rolled oats.
That is so interesting. What is the biggest surprise people have the first time they walk in and they say, "Oh, what seems to be the thing that kind of?"
Oh, people come in and say, "Oh, it smells so good."
Oh, of course, the spices, because they're right near the door. That's where the
spices and I think, it must be the spices. I don't smell it anymore.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So business, especially after 40, 50 years, does not come without its challenges. What are the challenges that you've had to overcome in running this kind of business?
The last few years have been rough.
Yeah.
COVID, and I always say it's not over. There's still suppliers that have changed completely.
Right.
They cut back on lines. There's just less tolerance for, being not right on. Everybody sort of seems to be cutting back. Okay. I don't know if it's that they don't make enough money. It's still, this cutback seems to be everywhere, from packaging material to deliveries, right? All of a sudden they don't deliver this day anymore, or they don't take loads over this. You have to have a minimum of this product, right? You can't buy 20, you need to buy 50. Sort of that edging up is everywhere and all the time, and that's, I wonder if it's a result of COVID, but it's still going on. Which makes it hard for smaller businesses.
Because you'd have limited storage space to take in 50 when you're used to getting 20.
We have a lot of storage space, that's not the problem, but it's then the cost, right? You have to carry that inventory. It's food, you want to be careful.
Right,
you want it as fresh as possible. That makes it challenging. Companies just seem to be tighter and harder to deal with.
So it's still trying to get past the supply chain, which I heard almost every industry talked about supply chain issues.
It's everywhere. And also contractors, if you need equipment fixed, they're much harder to deal with, a lot more expensive. Everything seems to have just gotten a little bit harder.
Yeah, and in business across the board. Do you use locals at all for some of your supplies?
We have, we're actually just working on a page that we publish. We have hundreds of local suppliers.
That's wonderful.
And if you shop, you actually see on our receipt, on your receipt, it will say what percentage of your groceries are local products.
That's clever. That's a good idea.
And by local, that doesn't mean Ontario. It really means local, sort of 100-kilometer radius.
That is
and
really
there's
nice.
many farmers, people that make candles, that make creams, that make shampoos, that make body care products. There's a lot.
Oh, I wouldn't
And that has really changed. When I took over, I only remember one person, Kim Odanche, the writer's wife. I don't know if you know her. She had a place called Blue Roof Farms, and she started to sell organic beef, and she was the first local supplier back about 1989. And it sort of gradually went from there, and now there's hundreds.
I'm surprised. I had no idea.
And that doesn't make it easy.
Right, you still got to get the stuff to you.
Because, they're all unique. They're all sort of, some say, well, I'm not going to be in town till Friday, or then they want to deliver on Saturday. And, it's like, it's challenging.
I can imagine.
And, there's really good ones that are very professional, and they're very organized. But some, when they start out, they do need some guidance on how do we expect to get the product delivered, when and where. Don't come over lunch, right? I don't want to see it at 12:15.
Right, when everybody's...
People are on break, it's busier.
Right.
Yeah, don't come at 6:05, because we close at 6, just because you want to go to see a movie, no.
Right, we're not going to just be on the way too, right? Yeah. So it's fascinating, and I can't congratulate you enough. It's 50 years officially for Terra Foods, and almost 40 years for you personally, and it's really quite an accomplishment. It's a wonderful little store. I just, again, you walk in, and it's just, Yeah, it feels good. It feels good
Thank
to
you.
walk into
Yeah.
that store. And if people want to know more about, do you have a website? And,
We have
and again, where can we find you?
Yes, we have a website, terranaturalfoods.com. The best thing is to just come downtown to
Right.
81 Princess Street.
Right.
We are closed Sundays. We're open 9 till 6 every day. And that's the best way. I hope to see people come in and check it out.
Well, congratulations again, and here's to another 50 years.
Thank you.